Barak Yahweh, Barak Yahweh Shai, Barak Yahweh, Barak Yahweh Shai, Barak Yahweh, Barak Yahweh Shai. Yahabasim Yahweh Shai, Rakah Kadash, Awaha Rakah Kadash, Barakatham. Okay, all praise unto Yahabasim Yahweh Shai. Honor you, double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, and honor to you brothers that be pushing this truth in sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth. So I wanted to do this quick video regarding the spiritual power and regarding pretty much the fact that we actually in some ways have the spiritual power. Now we have like if you watch the superhero movies, we're in the process where you don't really know the trueness, okay, the extent, or rather more, of the power that the Most High has given us. Okay, so we're in that learning period. Like, you watch the Superman movies, and he learns one power one day, and then he learns another power next year or whatever. This is what we're living through right now. So you got it to where you got camps out there saying, in order to get healed and in order to get the spiritual power, you need to go out there into the land of Israel. Okay, that's not biblical, my man. Okay, that's not what the scripture says. Okay, rather that the turning back onto Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, that was going to be leading to the healing. And we're going to see this within the book of Isaiah, the 6th chapter. Okay, because the scripture says, lest the Most High had it to where if they was going to hear, this is talking about the 2/3. If they was going to hear about this word, they was going to heal and be converted. Wait, hold on a minute. This is talking about the destruction, man. Okay, because when they don't hear, they was going to be destroyed, man. This is what the scripture says. The scripture says that they was going to be turn back, and they was going to be healed. Okay, but if they got it to where they're out there in America or China or whatever, and they heal, okay, that according to these camps, these dudes ain't gonna be healed, and that's just not biblical, man. Okay, so let's start off here with the first example of a form of spiritual power, and some of these scriptures I'm gonna quote. Okay, it's up to you to go out there and do your own research, okay, and figure out your precepts. But the vast majority of those precepts I'll quote, so you should be able to follow up the lead. So it says, surely the Lord will do nothing, but he revealeth his secrets unto his prophets. This is a form of spiritual power, brothers, man. Okay, the Lord revealing those secrets unto you, and we know the understanding of the scriptures, which is ordained. Is it ordained? I don't know if that's the correct word. Which is going to be given unto his men. We know that was set up from the foundations of the earth, that only the sanctified ones was going to reveal it. So these special men, whether they may be, the Lord was going to be dealing with them. Okay, if not only just dealing with the scriptures at this point, which is a form of spiritual power. When we go into the scripture here within the book of Isaiah, Isaiah the 6th chapter and the 9th verse, okay, you find out that there are people out there that open up the scriptures and they don't know what the scriptures is talking about. Okay, we're talking about the greatest book, the most powerful book upon the face of the earth. Okay, and the people that need it most, the Israelites, the 2/3 of them, the undesirables of the Israelites, they can't get the understanding of this book because they do not possess, okay, that special spirit wherein the Most High said they was going to get the understanding of the scriptures, because it was set up from the foundations of earth. This is a form of spiritual power, man. Okay, this is a form of spiritual power. To open up the scriptures and understand what it's talking about is a form of spiritual power. And we know this understanding is going to be the stability of that times. Now tell me that ain't important. Okay? Tell me that ain't a power within itself, if not a superpower. Okay? Because not everybody's going to get that. Not everybody was going to get the understanding of the scriptures. Okay? So that's why you're going to be, grateful unto the Most High that he's bestowed this understanding upon you, right? The men that are in Great Millstone and that follow the teachings that are identical to our teachings, because this is the true teachings, okay? those individuals, these individuals, man, we're grateful for the teachings that Yahweh Shem Yahushua has taught upon us, because we understand that that's going to be the stability of that times. It was going to be comforting unto us, which is, again, that's a power, okay, to be comforted of the scriptures, because some people, when they read these scriptures, man, they're scratching their heads, man. Okay, so let's go here. Isaiah 69. It said, and he said unto me, and he said, go tell this people, okay, hear ye indeed, but understand not, see ye indeed, and perceive not. So, and this is where my point is going to become a very easy to see, okay, because people hear, but they don't hear. Okay, so when you see Superman with this, what's his spiritual power? You can hear for great distances. Okay, we can hear this word. You see what I'm saying? That's a form of spiritual power, man. And this is given out to the whole, wherever you are, man. You don't have to go out there into the land of Israel to understand what the scriptures is talking about. That's why you put the videos up online, man. Okay, so that whether the Most High has scattered the elect, they was gonna hear. But brothers, like I was saying, to hear this word, okay, to hear this word is a form of spiritual power. Isn't one of Superman's special abilities being able to hear over long distances? How much more so is the understanding of the scriptures? That's a superpower, especially in this place wherein it's called great darkness, man. Okay, now it also says, see ye indeed, but perceive not. And when you're watching them movies, man, and you're seeing Kal-El, okay, and he can see through buildings and walls. We can see through the darkness. That's a form of spiritual power. I'm telling you, man, it's a form of spiritual power. We can see through the darkness. Why? Because we got the understanding of the scriptures. Because it's going back onto the book of Amos, the 3rd chapter. What did we hear? What did the scripture say, rathermore? The scripture said that the Most High revealeth his secrets unto the prophets. So the understanding of the scriptures, the ability to hear, okay, is given unto the prophets, whither they may be. And through that, they was going to see. That's a form of spiritual power. You can't deny it. That's undeniable that in a place where it's been made absolutely impossible to understand the scriptures, okay, absolutely impossible to be spiritual, the Most High still had it to where you was going to be spiritual. That's a form of spiritual power. Let's put it another way. If you was in a position, okay, where you couldn't walk on water, but you had to walk on water, and therefore you walked on water, that's a form of spiritual power. You was put in a position where you couldn't see the things of the scriptures, okay, and you saw the things of the scriptures. And that's even more important, okay, which is a form of spiritual power. And the same way, not just see these things, that is to say the prophecies coming to pass, etc., but also to hear about these prophecies and you not be offended of it. This is a form of spiritual power. And you do not need to be, okay, within the land of Israel in order for this to happen. It doesn't. This was going to happen throughout the four corners of the earth. That's why the Lord said, "Go out whither the 12 tribes was going to be." Okay, which was everywhere, because the part of the curses was that they was going to be scattered. Okay, so it says, "Make the heart of this people fat." Okay, make their ears heavy, and shut up their eyes. They see, and with their ears, and see with their eyes, and hear with their ears, and understand, and convert and be healed. So how does the healing come about? By the word going out there. But in order for you to hear the word and see the word, you're going to have that spiritual inkling, the unction, okay, blessing, okay, because you got that power. You're blessed, man. You can walk on water. You're blessed, man. Okay. I mean, obviously Esau's going to try to find a way of merchandising that. Okay, just to joke around. But ultimately, you're blessed. And so, in the same fashion, if you're able to see through the darkness and through this curse of the reader, the Most High had it to where it went out throughout the four corners of the earth, then you had a blessing of sight and hearing, okay? And ultimately, that was going to lead to healing, and this healing was going to take place throughout the four corners of the earth. And how do we know that? Because the truth was taught to be pushed out throughout the four corners of the earth. So the healing and the spiritual power, the sight, it comes with the sight, okay, and comes with the ability to hear. Okay, that's where it all starts, with your senses. Once your senses are awakened, then you're good to go, man. Okay, now obviously there's going to come other powers as a result of that. Namely, walking on water, whatever, all of these beautiful things. But it starts with that. You can't walk on water if you don't see the scriptures. You can't understand them, or hear them, and you can't understand them. It don't work like that. Okay, so it starts with the principle, and that's the principle. Okay, so that was just a few ideas that I had. Other scriptures I could have gone to is where the scripture says that you shall eat poison and live, and God knows we're eating poison right now and living. That's a form of spiritual power, and we know that we're not eating poison because we're living out there within the land of Israel. We know that we're eating poison throughout the four corners of the earth. That's because the devil's in rulership. Okay. Also too, standing before the faces of such as afflicted us and telling them about their judgment. That's a form of spiritual power. Okay, because the Most High said He was going to put it within our spirits. Okay, to do that. Okay, and if you're saying the Most High is giving you a special spirit to go out here and push this word, and you're actually teaching in sincerity, then damn, that is a form of spiritual power, because you're actually telling this man he is the devil to his face, man. And he is, this is the most cruelest, most vilest people that's ever, the scripture says, of fierce countenance. And that's what, and this is the people the Lord said, you gotta go out there and prophesy against them. And it's a difficult job. But if the Most High put that spirit upon you, you make light work of it. Okay? So Lord's will, that was of edification and inspiration and shedding some light upon that point. And I'll say, Yahbashim Yahushai, Waha Rakah Kadash, Barakatam. And all praises unto Yahbashim Yahushai. Double honor to the apostles, a great millstone. And honor to your brothers that be pushing this truth in sincerity. Shalom.